All right guys, welcome to the shack, and in this video we're going to go over a piece of equipment that if you're into laser engraving, it's kind of a very necessary piece of equipment that most everybody that does laser cutting and engraving would like to add to their machine. So if you're into using a honeycomb for your laser, stick around because I've got an economical honeycomb that I've been looking at and we'll go over it with you. All right guys, so there's not a whole lot of testing I can do with the honeycomb, but I have been using this thing for a week or so since the company sent it out to me, and it's been performing a really good job. Haven't had any problems with it. It is a steel honeycomb, and first of all, the honeycomb is made by Dadywheels, and this is everything you need to know about it. It says it's a 400 by 400 millimeter work area. It's actually showing that it is about 455. So the markings are actually accurate. They've got it on Amazon listed as 400 by 400, which I guess that's because that's what most people's machines are. But if you have a machine that's 430, 420, whatever the case may be, just know that the actual honeycomb surface is actually out there to about 455, assuming that my ruler is correct. So, but all in all, guys, I checked it out when it first got here because I've heard some people say that, you know, the honeycomb wasn't perfectly square or whatever the case may be. And guys, I can't promise you this thing is machine quality square, but it's square enough to be used as a honeycomb. I did take my speed square and check it. It's good enough for me, guys. All right, it comes with these little magnets, and I prefer to use magnets under the bottom of the honeycomb to give me a little space between the honeycomb and the material that comes with it. And as you can see, guys, I've actually used this thing, and it works pretty well. The one thing that I did notice about it as opposed to the one that I use in one of my enclosures is that the holes for the honeycomb, the little honeycomb holes, are actually a little smaller than what they are on some of my other machines, so I didn't have quite the problem with some small pieces falling down in there and getting below the workspace. So I guess you could call that an added benefit. But economically speaking, guys, considering the prices of other honeycombs on the market, I do have multiple honeycombs from multiple manufacturers that I've had through the shop here over the past couple of years. And the quality of this build it's just really no different. I've been running this thing in my enclosure. I've done several jobs on it. Like I said, no problems. It stays flat. One thing that I will recommend for you is when you put the magnets on there, you may notice that I have two of them in the center. The way I like to do it is I put four, one in each corner, and then I'll take two and kind of space them, you know, cut it up into thirds and put those in the middle. And what that does is if you put something heavy in the middle, it kind of helps put some spacers under there to keep it from swagging in the center. But always make sure to put the magnets inside the frame on the actual work surface material, because assuming that this material is the same thickness all the way across, that makes sure that your honeycomb is evenly spaced and it's not leaning one way or the other. But all in all, guys, it's kind of hard to make a long video out of honeycomb, okay? So the Dadywheels 400 by 400 is what they're advertising, but it's measuring out, the honeycomb surface is actually measuring out to 455, and I'll confirm the other side here just to make sure. So yeah, it's probably about 457 the other way, so you're right there around 455 both directions, which is more than adequate for most machines that you're going to be getting into. And for 46 bucks, guys, it's hard to beat it. I've paid much more for a honeycomb that was the same size or smaller. So if you're interested, I'm going to drop links down below, and you can go check it out on Amazon and pick you up one for yourself. So I hope this helps, guys, if you're looking for a honeycomb. But till next time, Be safe and have a good day.